We have been in this battle to preserve our democracy for the last 10 years. There have been a lot of movements during these years, a lot of youth group, a lot of march, protest. And we also, during these past 10 years, we use a lot of different ways to spread our message and to organize. But now I think the difference is that people is getting more comfortable with internet and Facebook and YouTube and Twitter. And these techniques is helping us to organize better, to spread better our message. And now it's more easy to find people in other parts of my country that think like us. So we have, for example, a fan page in Facebook that have more than 50,000 followers. And with that, we interact with a lot of our fans. We can know with that space how they think about our activities, how they think about our protest. And with that, we also can encourage them to do the same, to also practice tolerance and not be so reactive against our difficult situation, but trying to plan how can I help my town, how can I help my country when the government doesn't helping us to have a better life. Internet is a very massive way to contact everybody, Twitter, Facebook, but it's very good to spread a message or to send a new to everyone, but it's not very good to call people to go to an activity. If you want to call people to go to an activity in a real way, not virtual, but going to a protest, you also need the regular methods. You need to call them, you have to explain them what is your activities about, because at the end, what is happening with this tool is that some people feel or think that only because they are tweeting what is happening, that's enough. No? So at the end, that's true that with these techniques you can reach more and more people, but the problem is that with some of those people, they really don't go to an activity that you want to promote in a real way, like going on the streets to make a protest, because they think, well, I just will retweet, retweetear. I only gonna spread my message, and they think that that's enough, and that's not true. You know, you have that problem with the cyber dissidents, that they feel like what is happening in the net, the worldwide network, it's enough. And sometimes they forgot that the real life, you also have to make your voice noticed. The government, the problem with, another obstacle with internet is like, it's more easy to you to spread what are you doing, but it's more easy to government to know what are you doing and to get information about your movement. And he can know your profile, who you are. After 1,000 of tweets, he can know what you think, which are your fears, which are your friends, which are your networks. So it's more easy to the government when they want to attack you. He know better about you, who you are, and that's not good for us. Another thing is like, well, this information that we put on the internet, sometimes the government use it to affect our activity. We once put the cell phones numbers of a network of the country. The day before of a national protest, they start to send a message to everyone to say that tomorrow will not be no protest. So, and they also hacked our webpage. So people get confused because you put too much energy on the internet, on your webpage, on their virtual information. So, but that is very vulnerable. Internet at the end is very vulnerable. So, sometimes you have to be prepared to those actions that the government can make against your movement, using the same tools that you are using to spread your message.